Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a review and demo, kind of more of a comparison of two new products. And as I said, as a drugstore's been coming out with a lot of new 2016 products, they also came out with contour and highlight kits. Specifically, the ones I'm going to be talking about are the ones from L'Oreal, the Infallible Pro Contour and Highlighting Kit, and the Maybelline FaceStudio Face Contouring Kit. So I was going to review both of these, but I was like, you know what? These both came out at the same time. People are going to be like, well, which one should I get? So I kind of wanted to compare them. I've been experimenting with them, and they both have a light, medium, and a dark, or like a deep shade. So for both of these, I was torn. I'm usually torn between like a light or the medium, because sometimes the light might be a little bit darker than you might think, or the medium might be a little bit lighter than you might think. But for these, both of them, I went for the light versions. And just to start off, they're both $12.99, about the same price range. I got mine from drugstore.com, so it's probably going to be about the range it's going to be if you get it, say, like at Walgreens or Ulta, CVS, any drugstore, $12.99 range. And then, say, Walmart or Target, maybe $2, $1 or $2 less. Now, just comparing the price, now let's talk about the actual amount of product. So, when I think about the price and I think about the actual amount of product, I look at the L'Oreal, and this is how much you get for $12.99. You get that contour and that highlight. So that price and that amount of product for the L'Oreal kind of upsets me. You basically just have this blank space that's actually for this little brush. They always, you know, will give you a little brush applicator to use, and it's supposed to be, you know, so I guess you can kind of easily dip the brush in there and then just kind of supercut your face. I feel like those little gimmicks never really work. Plus, this brush is just really hard and like scratchy. Probably not blending all that well, so not a fan of the brush. So honestly, take out the brush, you're paying $12.99 for just this. Now, I feel like Maybelline was a little bit more generous when it comes to the amount of product they give you, because you do have your contour shade, your blush, and your highlight. Compared to the Maybelline, I feel like this square is almost as much as just this, and they even threw in a blush. Now, when it comes to color, specifically when it comes to the contour shade, I really like the color, the tone that is in the L'Oreal palette. It really is a nice cool tone. At least I know in the light shade, it really is a nice cool tone. It's great for sculpting out, giving you that really like a natural definition to the face. When I swiped for the first time the Maybelline contour shade, honestly, it reminds me more, it was weird. At first it was weird because I was swiping it, and as you'll see, it has like a weird pink to it. At first I thought I accidentally, you know, swiped the blush part first, but I was like trying like 5 different fingers just to make sure. Is that pink? I don't know if they tried to use that pink to give it that cool tone mixed in there, that undertone somehow, but I just thought that was a little bit odd. And honestly, I feel like the contour shade from the Maybelline looks like more of a bronzer. It's not as cool, it's a lot warmer. So if you want a bronzer, I would go ahead and, you know, probably go for the Maybelline if you want a bronzer, but we're talking about sculpting, so I feel like they kind of missed the mark there. When it comes to the highlight shades, I'm honestly not a fan when it comes to highlight shades. I feel like in any contour palette, high-end or drugstore, and I just feel like it's kind of an afterthought. It's not really to say universal. I feel like it's just something they don't put that much thought, that much effort into. These highlights, they're nice. They're a nice subtle sheen to them, but it's definitely nothing really intense. So for those of you who like an intense highlight, you're probably not really going to care for this highlight that much, and who knows, it might not specifically match your skin tone, whether you get the light, medium, or dark. It might not be something that you're going to like. Honestly, instead of putting an over the cheekbone highlight, I wish they would have put a matte highlight so you can specifically highlight underneath the under eyes, kind of down the bridge of the nose, places you would normally highlight maybe with your concealer, so you can set those. I think that is something I much prefer when highlighting and sculpting palettes. I think that's something I look forward to rather than giving me a face highlight, because as I said, I feel like the face highlights when it comes to like palettes never really work out in general, so why even put them in there? That's just me though. Maybelline gave us an extra product. They gave us a blush. I don't know if the variation of the pink tone blush changes within the medium and in the deep tones. It was nothing special though. It was nothing like this is a great universal pink blush. It blended out really nicely, but sometimes, you know, I might not be in the mood for this blush. I feel like they should have just like left it out and added a little bit more room here for the contour and then some for the highlight, matte highlight. I think I would have preferred, but that's just me. And you know, because some people might want to have a different blush. They might not want to be told what blush to wear. You know, don't tell me how to live my life, Maybelline. I think the blendability was really great for both palettes. The longevity also really great, and the pigmentation I think they did a really great job in. Now once again, I'll say with the light shade for the L'Oreal contour kit, I feel like I probably could have gone a medium if I wanted to, but the light still works for really nice and natural definition, and I was gonna get the medium just to kind of, you know, check it out and see. But honestly, for $12.99 for that small amount of product, I was like, you know what, I tested out this product, I don't think I would buy another one. And that kind of comes to my next point. Honestly, if I had to choose, I would, but I'm not going to. I would choose the L'Oreal over the Maybelline only because they did the best job, I feel like, with the contour shade, where it is a contour sculpting shade specifically. But I'm not going to choose L'Oreal because the amount of product you get for $12.99 I think honestly is a ripoff. And I'm not even going to use the highlight. So basically I'm just going to pay $12.99 for that, and that's really not worth it to me. If you want a bronzer, I would say go for the Maybelline, but even that is a little bit expensive for a blush I'm not going to use. Basically this is what I'm going to use for $12.99. I think if I had to suggest a product to you guys over the L'Oreal, because honestly L'Oreal would have been my pick over these two if it wasn't for the little amount of product that they give you. Something drugstore affordable that has that cool tone contouring shade that has all the qualities plus more product than the L'Oreal. I would definitely suggest this is the Wet n Wild contouring palette. Just look at the amount of product. These are only $5. You get this amount of product for the Wet n Wild versus the tiny little section that you get for the L'Oreal, and the Wet n Wild is only $5. Plus, if you want to do a matte shade for your under highlight, there you go. I love this even more, and I think they have this in one or two other shades, and you can find these. I think at first they're only selling that at Walmart, but now they're selling them at Walgreens. I definitely think this is more worth it, and this is the color Caramel Toffee in my shade. I think Dulce de Leche is the deeper one. I love this one. I would definitely rebuy this, and I'm going to suggest this to you guys instead, kind of taking over this. But honestly, if you want a better alternative for drugstore palette, I would suggest this one. And say you just want the contouring shade, just the powder, the sculpting shade, I would then suggest the NYX contouring shade. This is actually their blush. This is in the color taupe, because you want a taupey color to kind of define the cheekbones, and still you get more product than the L'Oreal, and the NYX is only $6. So I think there's definitely better drugstore suggestions out there for the price. But if you don't mind this price for the little amount of product, definitely go for it. That's you. Go. If you just want to test it out, check it out, go for it. But I feel like this will probably be gone really quick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, demo, and mini comparison of these two products. Let me know if you guys have tried these products, and if you haven't seen them pop up in your local drugstore yet, I got mine from drugstore.com if you wanted to check them out. I think they did a really great job with the formula. I just think there's a couple things they could have tweaked here and there, like the price. If you're gonna give me that amount of product, I'll lower the price or give me more product. Am I being selfish, or come on? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos. I'll link down below the other new 2016 drugstore product reviews that I've done as well. I'll be doing more, and let me know if there's other new drugstore products coming out that you guys want to see specifically. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.